What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. My name's Sean, and today I'm going to show you my food forest that I started in the backyard about 6 months ago. If you haven't already, please check out that video. I posted that back in March of this year, and I've added quite a few trees and perennials and wild edibles to my food forest. So this is just to give you guys a little glimpse into what's growing, what's happening, what I've done. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please like, really helps the channel grow. So I'm relatively new to the idea of growing a food forest and permaculture and all that. I got really into it watching other people's YouTube channels and got inspired to do it myself. I got sick of growing just, the typical Florida lawn and grass, and decided to try and grow some fruit trees, perennials, and other edibles. I've always been into gardening. I love it. It's always been a passion of mine. So I just kind of dove 100% in. So this is my journey and my transformation of my backyard. So if you're interested in viewing or learning about what's going on, or if you live in Florida, this is some of the different varieties and things you can grow here. I'm in zone 9A in Northeast Florida. I'm on a barrier island here, just off of St. Augustine Beach, and my soil is basically garbage. It's we're a barrier island, so it's all sand. Not a whole lot of organic matter, doesn't retain water at all. So it's been a struggle, and it hasn't been raining, and it's been oppressively hot here in Florida. So it's been a struggle to keep everything going, keep everything alive, make sure things don't get scorched. But that's kind of why I'm posting all this, just to kind of show you guys the journey and what's working and what's not working. Anyway, let's get right into this. So before we jump into the food forest, this was one of the upgrades I just did. Got some rain barrels hooked up to one of my gutters here. It's been working great, but it hasn't been raining that much. I mean, we'll go 2-3 weeks at a time without any rain. So the struggle has been real to water all these plants and keep everything hydrated because it's been so hot. It seems like all the rain just kind of hangs out on the mainland and doesn't come over to the island or the beaches. This is my little seedling propagation station. Got all kinds of little things growing here. Some mangoes, spinaches, loquats, roselles, herbs. I'm trying to get some Everglades tomatoes going here, and some eggplants, a couple other varieties of things. I got some mangoes that I started from seed, and we got some butternut squash down here. And I'm sorry, that's the butternut squash, and these are Seminole pumpkins. Also picked up some dragon fruit cuttings, hoping to get some of those going here. And this is all the other things we've either started from cuttings or seeds. Got a bunch of different citrus here: limes, lemons, oranges, elderberry, some hibiscus, avocados, and some mulberries. I made a video of how to propagate mulberries a few months ago. If you're interested in that, please check it out. This is a few of the cuttings that I kept. All the other ones either gave to friends or family. We got some American beautyberry, some lemongrass. My son George wanted a mango, so we got a Valencia mango here. I'm going to keep that in a pot for a few years, get it kind of acclimated to the Northeast Florida climate. We still get freezes here periodically in the wintertime, so I wanted to go through a few winters before I planted it in the ground. This little garden bed's kind of Gonna get repurposed here soon. I got some longevity spinach back there, some Okinawa leftover collards, some kale, and all the tomatoes pretty much died back. We got my bananas, my little banana patch. I got one rack going, not a huge one, but I'll take it. So excited about that. Just another little raised bed here. Got some eggplants. Daddle peppers looking a little shoddy, but check out this Thai pepper plant. This thing's been going off. These things are pretty spicy. Also got some other daddle pepper plants in there, some leftover lima beans that are starting to die off that I'm using for seeds. Let's rewind here a little bit. We got a little key lime plant here, Meyer lemon, another Meyer lemon, which actually has a few nice lemons growing here. So that's exciting. Look at these pigeon peas. They're taller than I am. They really took off here. I mean, they're getting thick, which I wanted to help improve the soil, add some nitrogen, but mostly to provide some shade. You can see this little key lime right here is getting plenty of shade from these pigeon peas, so that worked out pretty well. And hopefully in the fall I'll get a pretty big harvest of pigeon peas. We got a Barbados cherry, which has been blossoming a lot, but no fruit yet, which I'm okay with. Another flower bed. I had some okra that's starting to kind of die off. Some more eggplant down here. We got a ghost pepper plant, but more bananas, more pigeon peas. Got a pineapple guava here that's been kind of stagnant since I planted this. It's been 6 months and it really hasn't grown. There's a little bit of new growth trying to pop up, but I don't know if it's just too hot or what's going on with this thing. So if you guys know anything that I can improve the situation here of this pineapple guava, let me know. I picked up this clown fig from a local nursery here not too long ago. It looks like an avocado tree, but it's a fig. So I've never seen that, so I went ahead and bought it. We'll see how that does. I got all of this stuff is peanuts. I planted a bunch of peanuts around all the different little beds that I got, try and improve the soil there with some nitrogen. This is either a white or yellow guava, I forget, but the guavas on this are really good, really delicious. This one's been doing pretty good. Another big pigeon pea. Then we got papaya row over here. I got 3 nice papayas. This garden bed used to have a bunch of Everglade tomatoes that are starting to kind of die off. So I'll repurpose that again soon. It's just been so hot. Nothing really wants to grow anymore. Also another daddle pepper plant, some collards mixed in there. This is a ever-bearing mulberry tree, which is starting to really take off. It kind of was a little slow and stagnant, but it's really taken off here. So that's probably about 10 feet tall right now. I'm gonna just let it go. I'll probably prune it sometime this fall in hopes that we get some mulberries for next spring. This is our blueberry patch. So this is a pink lemonade blueberry plant. There's another little, I want to say powder blue blueberry down there. This guy, let's see what he is. I don't know what this is actually. It just says blueberry, some kind of blueberry plant. Looks like it's been a little scorched by the sun. Like I said, it's been very hot, and we got another blueberry back there. We have tons of elderberry trees in our yard, which we've been getting all the elderberries off of and making syrups and juices and all kinds of nice little health potions. Got a Japanese loquat, Japanese plum, growing here, so he's looking pretty good. a little brown turkey fig down here, and this is our blackberry patch. We actually harvested all these blackberries out of the wild. They've been taken off, so hopefully next spring we get some blackberries. Got a little volunteer butternut squash growing here, and this came out of the compost. The compost bin's right here, and just started growing out of there. We've already had one butternut squash. It was really delicious, but I saved all the seeds, and that was what you saw earlier. All the seeds that are popping up. Almost every single one popped up, so we're gonna have a lot of those. This is something I'm really excited about. I got 3 little pawpaw trees in here, and I got it back here in the shade because I know, just doing some research, that when they're young like this, they really need shade. They don't want full sun. So hopefully these are happy here. If not, I'll move them around. I'm gonna wait to plant them in the ground for a little bit, just to make sure that they're happy here. I know they need full sun when they're fully grown, so I'll have to figure out that eventually. And supposedly they take 5 to 7 years to produce fruit, so I'm in this for the long haul. Compost bin, more elderberry, elderberry. Moringa, yes. This kind of took a long time. I mean, it was just a twig for the first 5 months, but this last month it's really coming in full force and is starting to grow. I'm going to try and keep this manageable. I don't want a giant moringa tree back here, because I hear they get out of control and they get huge. So I'll try and keep this pruned down. But moringa is delicious, very healthy for you, lots of vitamins, nutrients. We got different citrus, some more peanuts, hibiscus, all that good stuff. Another mulberry tree that's pretty happy right here. We got some passion fruit vines, some maypops that we foraged, growing here. So I'll have to build a little trellis for those, find an area. This was my Roselle plant. It's not very happy. I don't know what happened to it, but I took a bunch of cuttings and they're all rooting. So if this one passes away, we'll just replace it with some of its babies. We got a avocado tree. Not exactly sure which variety. This came from a seed that I propagated. We got a Ruby Supreme Guava. We got a little volunteer papaya that popped out of my compost. I love it when we get volunteers. We got a nectarine tree here. We got some eggplants. And through these giant canopies of pigeon peas, I got a brown turkey fig. And in here is another Celeste fig. It's doing all right. Hasn't really grown too much. I'm wondering if the pigeon peas kind of drowning out all the sun. So let me know if I should cut back some of these pigeon peas. I got another loquat that me and Isla started from seed. A little orange tree that we started from seed that's not looking too hot. So if it doesn't start popping soon, we'll probably just not rip them up, but move that somewhere else and plant another tree here. Maybe that loquat. I don't know. Another avocado and another orange tree in there somewhere past the pigeon peas right there. We got a kumquat tree that's loaded with kumquats. Very excited. Volunteer tomato plant growing out of the compost that I added. I make all my compost here from scraps and things I can get from other people's yards or dumpster diving. We got a Satsuma tangerine tree. I love these things. So hopefully by next year that's producing for us. Some volunteer honeydew. grew out of the compost. And another nice eggplant. We had a really nice cantaloupe, but the raccoons came and got it, which between the squirrels, raccoons, and the birds, they usually get to all my all my food before we do. This is a Anna apple tree. It's not looking so hot. I think it's getting scorched. This area of the yard, as you can see, gets full sun all day. So it probably wasn't too smart to plant an apple tree right here, but I'm hoping maybe this winter, spring, it'll make it through. It's got some new growth, so it is growing, but hopefully it makes it through this summer. This is all of our milkweed. Butterflies are really digging it, really happy. We got some pineapples that I planted here. This is a Methley plum tree that's doing wonderful. Excited about next spring for that. Really pretty flowers. Some more pineapple, lots of peanuts, marigolds. This is a Tropic Beauty peach. So I'm very confident by next spring we'll have peaches. Got a blue spur flower slash toilet paper plant. Love these. And another Tropic Beauty peach. This one's really looking good. So I know we'll get peaches next year off this because it was already producing peaches for us when I planted this back in February and March. Some more toilet paper plant. Over here, we got some sweet potatoes that I just threw over here, and they're growing like crazy. So we'll have some sweet potatoes here soon. All right, so that was the sunny side of the yard. This is all kind of part shade. So we'll just kind of walk down the food row here. We got some gardenia, which is not edible, but I just love the smell of them. Some hibiscus, some Yopon holly. I use this stuff for tea. It's wonderful. I love it. And a fun fact, it's the only plant in North America that has caffeine in it. So makes a great tea. Look at the size of this false Roselle plant. I mean, that's got to be 12 feet tall. I mean, it's huge. Here, let me move this camera over here and just let you guys see the size of this thing is just amazing. I mean, this thing started about a foot tall, and look at it. It's huge. I mean, I'm about 5'8", and it's easily twice my size, so it's got to be 12 feet tall at the max. But this stuff's great. Makes great edibles for your salad. Lots of good flavor. You can use the flowers for tea. All right, down here we got a little Barbados cherry. This thing was tiny when I bought it, and he's starting to take off a little bit. We got a yellow cotton candy tree right here. Super yummy, tasty. A slow grower, surprisingly, but it's starting to take off. This is a cranberry hibiscus that's not been doing so hot. It's kind of been growing this white fungus looking stuff here. I don't know what this is. So that one's been struggling, but the one right next to it, I don't know. Thing's on freaking steroids or something. Another cotton candy tree. I believe this is the red berry variety. We'll find out here soon. There's a little berry right there. Some hibiscus. We got a sugar apple. Ooh, butterfly. He's looking for them milkweeds. Sugar apple, so I'm super excited to try this. I've never tried it. This is our Mexican sunflower patch. I just cut these back about a week ago and threw the cuttings on the bananas. And look how fast this stuff grows. I mean, it's like a workhorse tank. You don't got to water it. You don't got to do anything. I mean, this stuff's like a machine. Makes a great hedge and a beautiful yellow flower. We got some muscadine grapes here. Yet to get any grapes. This is all kind of new growth, so probably next year. A nice Katuk tree. This thing struggled for the first couple months. I mean, it just stayed tiny, but now it's grown like a weed. I can't keep up with it. The leaves are delicious, nice nutty flavor. This is I forget, some kind of Chinese lantern. It produces these little flowers. None of this is edible. This is more ornamental, but Isla wanted it. It's just a straight stick, though. There's no branches or anything, so I don't know what this thing's doing. But check out this variegated cassava. Look how pretty this is with the colors, the pinks and the speckling of the leaves. I mean, this cassava plant is just beautiful on its own. But we are excited to try out the tubers, have some yucca fries. But it's a gorgeous plant. Over here in this corner, I had a patch of Seminole pumpkins that kind of died off and not doing so hot because it's been so hot. But I planted rows of cowpeas, black-eyed peas, and then I took some of the lima bean seeds that I got from my raised bed and planted a bunch of lima beans. So we'll have some lima beans, some black-eyed peas, and we got some Seminole pumpkins popping up through here. I just reworked this about a week or two ago, so it looks pretty shabby now, but hopefully all this does very well. That was a patch of Everglades tomatoes that are kind of dying off. Here's some cuttings of the Mexican sunflower. I mean, this is another thing, so easy to propagate. I'm going to make a video on some of the most common things that I propagate, and that's definitely one of the easiest. We got a pomegranate tree here, which we had a few pomegranates when I first planted it, but the squirrels or the raccoons stole them before we could get to them. We got some persimmon trees down here, just little guys, 1 and 2. Oop, watch the spider web. Got some turmeric. Excited about this. I'm just going to let him do his thing. Got culinary ginger that I propagated from some store-bought ginger. So pretty soon we'll have a little ginger factory going here. Got some more Seminole pumpkins thrown on. I'm not sure what to do with this flower bed. On the other side, I planted some beautyberry. We got roses, hydrangeas, flowers. The soil in this is just terrible, so I got to really highly amend it before I grow anything. But I might just, kind of utilize this as flower beds for now. Get some pollinators in here. These are my strawberry containers. So right now, not a whole lot going on with the strawberries. Volunteer bell pepper plant that came out of the compost, looking pretty good. More strawberries. Got some herbs, some basil down there, some Thai basil in this bed. Again, this bed had a lot of tomatoes that all died off. So once my Everglades tomatoes start popping up, I'll transplant some of those in here because they seem to do pretty good in the springtime. So I'll get a little fall tomato crop growing. Lots of sweet potatoes in here. Got a pretty shabby looking dado pepper plant. And longevity spinach and Okinawa spinach. This is, again, one of the easiest things to propagate. Every time I take a cutting from these plants, um, you can see it starts popping new growth. I cut it up here and it starts popping new growth. But I take that cutting, I take the leaves, obviously, for my salads, and then propagate the stems by just sticking it in some water, and within a week or two they start growing roots. So I got plenty of spinach now. This is the new bed I just planted. We got some land race watermelon seeds that I bought from David the Good, who you guys have probably heard of. He's a pretty big YouTuber. But his son did a bunch of experiments with watermelons and was selling some seed packs for $5. So I don't know how many plants I got here. It looks like a good dozen or so watermelons. Threw in some collards and radish seeds. So hopefully that takes off. All right, y'all, this is the front yard, which is highly underutilized, but I don't know what to plant up here because we get a lot of deer pressure. We've got these hibiscus over here that they just tear to pieces. So I'm worried whatever I plant over here is just going to get annihilated by the deer. So if there's any fruit or edibles, anything like that that you guys can think of, let me know. I did plant some bananas out here, which I got from some of the pups of my other bananas. So got a good 6 of those growing that hopefully spread and create a nice little banana patch here. But other than that, I don't know what to plant here because of the deer. As you can see, it's mostly shaded in the front yard anyway. But if you guys got any ideas, let me know. I was thinking maybe olive trees, because that would be pretty cool. And supposedly deer don't really mess with them too much. And last but not least, little herb garden I got here. Got some Cuban oregano, some Italian oregano, basil. We had some parsley that I just let go to seed, so hopefully we get some more volunteers there. And of course, rosemary and a couple little green onions. All right, that's pretty much it for the food forest tour, guys. If you watched the whole thing, I really appreciate it. Please give me a like. Please subscribe if you haven't. I'll be periodically posting my journey here of the food forest, and I got plenty of room to add more stuff, which is the game plan, and show you some of my techniques, things I do to improve the soil, mulching, all of that. I'm a huge fan of repurposing and reusing, recycling pretty much everything. All the stones, wood, cardboard, mulch, all of that I get off of Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, or just stuff that people are throwing away. Um, you know, you could go out and spend a lot of money and buy all this stuff yourself brand new, but I got plenty of time and patience, and really it's more for looks. I don't care about looks too much. I care about functionality and productivity and recycling, repurposing. That's kind of what I'm all about. It might not look the prettiest, but I think it looks gorgeous. Again, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're learning some stuff. And we'll see you very soon on the next episode. Later.